everyone, and welcome to my new sewing room. I have finally gotten moved. I still have some things I have to get from the old house to the new apartment, but I'm getting settled in. As you can see, it's a very small apartment, but there's enough room for my sewing machines and for me to continue to do my videos. Today, what I thought we might do is that we would answer a couple of questions I've had from a couple of viewers, and also show you something about the couching tool that we talked about and we weren't sure exactly how to do, that I've discovered thanks to one very nice viewer of mine. That her name is Sherry, and she was very sweet, and she showed me something that I should have known, that I think I already did know, but I just forgot. So don't go away. I want to move the camera and we'll get to that couching tool right away. Okay, so as you can see, I'm still working on that Spanish dancer quilt that I showed you in my last video. I've got lots of this embroidery I still have to do. But anyway, so what I wanted to show you is, I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but under the question mark up here on top, there, of course, is your operation guide, and there's an app guide. The scanning connection is all here. Everything is right under here, but there's also the videos. And under the videos, they've always had the basic operation and the embroidery, my design center, all that has always been here. But one of the things I did not realize was, if you hit embroidery, here's some different videos, and these are new videos that have been added to it with the upgrade. And one of them is the matrix copy, and the brother app that monitors your sewing, so you can get up and leave the room and your phone will tell you when the machine has stopped sewing. This one has to do with how to use your new hoop. I didn't mean to push the button though. Okay, so also in here is a couching video that will show you exactly what you need to do to use that new couching foot. And it doesn't have any sound. It's just basically, and I think it's because they don't want to do it in different languages, pictures, and they're going to walk you through everything that you do with your couching tool. So if you watch that video, you will discover what Sherry discovered and what I found earlier. You know, it's kind of funny because I know I did a couching video on the luminaire, and I think when I did the one on the luminaire, I knew that that was something that that you could do. So I feel really foolish. But anyway, so let's go over here, and I'm going to try and zoom in really close. Okay, that's hopefully that's close enough. Sorry about that. I wanted to get a little bit closer so I could really show you. So I've got the couching foot on there, and right here on the side there's a little screw, and if you put your screwdriver in that screw, when you turn that screw, that needle right there is going to move to the center of the foot, so it will adjust to the hole of the foot, and then you will catch that yarn every single time. Move it, do a little test sew, move it again, do a little test sew till you know it's catching exactly the way you want it to. So that hopefully answers that question. Now what I think I want to do is I want to go to PE Design 11 for just a minute, and I want to show you just a quick little lesson on the stamping tool. Okay, so we're in PE Design 11, and what I wanted to talk to you about today was the emboss stamp tool. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to draw a shape. Let's just draw a square like this. Okay, now I'm going to go home, and I'm going to hit the plus sign so I can zoom in close. There we go. Now we're nice and close. Now, What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this stamp emboss tool, input stamp. So I'm going to hit input stamp. And now if you come over here to this box that just opened and you look, there are some red and blue shapes. And there are also some red and blue shapes and some blue letters. So what you can do is you can choose one of the shapes. Let's just do a star and just stamp it. And I always forget which one's emboss and which one's engraved, but you can see if we zoom in close that this one is emboss. And then if I hit stamp emboss, input stamp tool, and then I go down to the red one and I stamp it, that one's engraved. And if I go over here and choose, let's choose an R because it stands for rosemary, and stamp that, I can put the letter R on there. And I could also choose, let's choose an S, and let's just make it a little bit bigger. Oops, it's going smaller. Make it a little bit bigger. And we have to make them even so that they don't get distorted. And then let's change the direction. And then let's come over here and stamp it. Now you can see it goes the other way. So there's quite a bit you can do with these. Now, if I want to, what I can do is I can edit the stamp tool. Sorry about that. I had a moment there. I was like, what the heck? What are you doing? So sorry about that. I had a moment there. I'm just like, what the heck was I doing? So I'm going to hit the stamp emboss tool. I'm going to say edit stamp, and I'm going to click on this one that I just did. And then I can take it and I can pull it bigger and I can turn it. And so I can change it a little bit, that sort of thing. Now, another thing is, and I showed this before when I showed you how to do this, the stitch creator, is that you can go in. Hang on a minute, I'm still in the edit. I want to go back to input stamp tool and create your own. And I did create one in here. So you could watch that video where I show you how to do the stitch creator and make your own. This one I made blue and red. So if I select that and I stamp, that's the one I made up myself. So you can do that too. You can make up your own. Um, Another thing that you can do is, let's go back and zoom all. Okay, so let's do zoom over here. So I got a new kind of a new space over here. Now I can create my own engraved line if I want to. So let's say that I wanted to draw a checkerboard on this without literally sewing a checkerboard on here. All I need to do is, first things first, I need to draw a line. So let's go into the shapes tool and let's do a zigzag line, and I'm going to click and then I'm going to double click. Now there's a line. It's a satin stitch. I'm going to make it into a running stitch. Whoops. Select it and then make it into a running stitch. And then I'm going to go home and I'm going to do the shape tool and I'm going to draw another one. Double click. Now, if I select this one, hold down my control button and select this one, and then hold down my control button and select the red part, and then I'm going to go home under stamp and emboss. Oh, it's going to make a liar out of me. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to select this. I want to hit control and select this. And now I'm going to say engraved line and click on it. And it just engraved that line. So don't try and do 3 of them at a time. It doesn't work. I'm going to select that. I'm going to hold the control button down, select that, stamp and emboss, engrave line. And then let's go over here and zoom in so you can see what it did. That's kind of cool. That'll split something up into lines. You could draw the grooves in a pumpkin if you want to, and add an engraved line to it. So that makes things work pretty nice. Another thing that you can do, let's go over here to this corner. And so those shapes that you saw on the stamp and emboss tool, some of those are kind of boring. There's some hearts and spades and clovers and circles and letters. That's not much of anything. But let's do something more fun than that. Let's take this and let's go down here and let's do a duck. So I'm going to draw a duck. And I'm going to say Control D. And I'm going to put that duck here. And then I'm going to say Control D. And I'm going to put that duck here. Now, what I want to do is I want to select one of the ducks, hold the control button down and select the background. And then if I go up here, I'm going to say engraved region. And I just engraved that duck in there. So basically what I could do is I could create a design within my shape without having to change colors or cut anything out or anything like that. It's just the way it's going to do the fill for me. Isn't that kind of fun? You could make a little girl's dress and put across the bottom a bunch of little hearts that are actually engraved in there rather than sewn on the top of it. And it won't make it so bulky. I'm going to select this one, hold the control button down, select that one, say engraved, emboss, embossed region. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know if I like that so much, but it pops up, so that's kind of neat. So anyway, so that is the way the stamp and emboss tool works in your software. Okay, so that was just a little bit more about PE Design software, and I hope I answered some of the questions that are out there that some of you viewers have asked me about. Remember, if you have a question, go ahead and ask me, and I will try my darndest to get back to you and answer your question. This has been a bit of a crazy week. I'm still moving in. I've barely got some things put away. I've got at least a quilt on the wall. I'm trying to put pictures up right now. I've packed things in different boxes that I still can't find, so I'm a little bit frazzled right now, but I wanted to send you a quick little video with a little bit of PE design, so I hope that was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.